This is Hayes Q Jones, the DVD and Blu-ray baller on the budget. This is HQ videos for you. And it's that time again. It's Black Friday for Dollar Tree. However, I probably did the least amount of Dollar Tree shopping actually on Black Friday. Most of this took place the Tuesday or Wednesday before Black Friday. I would hit stores and some of them had the movies out, some of them didn't. That had the movies out, I went through them, got what I wanted and left. For the other ones, I went back. So probably happened over a 4-day period, and just like the movies. So I'm gonna go through all the boxes I went through, because most of the boxes, 2 boxes, the white boxes and the black boxes. White boxes were all the new stuff. And if you went to a few stores, they pretty much had all the same things. Like 2 Conjuring, 2 Blu-rays. Some of them had Love and Basketball Blu-ray. Some of them had Keanu. For the most part, they had the same thing. The catch was, in every batch, they might have 1 or 2 Blu-rays specific to that batch that didn't have in any other batches. I probably went to like 10 or 14 stores. So, yeah, a lot of stuff. Sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. Top Cat. Movie Edge had a Blu-ray 3D movie of Top Cat that I wanted to get. A lot of DVDs in this batch right here. Chips, Whitey Bulger, Outrage, Hospital. One of most of the stuff, at least the stuff interesting to me, I already have as far as the DVDs. Living Dead, I got that couple Dollar Tree batches ago. Bloodlands, Wakefield, I got that a while ago. Lake Pier 3, still looking for Lake Pier 1. Clown Town, a lot of stuff that's familiar. I'm not seeing a lot of new DVDs. No, it's not in this batch. Air, I picked it up before Old Bosses 2. Butterfly Effect. Legendary Beast, I picked it up before. San Andreas, excellent movie, especially in 3D. Pulse, I have that already. Perfect Trap, what if that's like the Disney movie. Haley Mills, Parent Trap. 88, I picked it up a while ago. Armed, have that. My favorite, that looks familiar. Doggy Daycare, Shadow Effects Mother. The Bubble. I just watched that strange movie. Very strange movie, The Bubble. Robert Marquis should have had that. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it though. Factory. I got that last time, I think. Ocean 13. Not as good as first Ocean 11. A lot of cartoons in this batch for some reason. Yeah. Cat Williams, love Cat. Like Fear. A lot of horrible bosses, a lot of Magic Mikes in this batch. Black November. Never heard of it. Daryl. That looks familiar. Toolbox. Murders 2. I didn't know there was a Toolbox Murder 1. Conjuring 2. Smoking Gun. Just probably a bite off the 24 Barrel Smoking Guns movie. I can't remember what's that. Blu-ray 3D. Outrageous. They spread out that on Blu-ray. On to the next store, see what this location has. Now, where would they put the Blu-ray? Oh, there they are. And what do they have here? You see, put the Blu-rays on top. I already have that. Go to the Street looks like it's a DVD though. Quality on that Blu-ray. The boxes here. On to the next location. This is kind of the annoying / kind of fun part of this Dollar Tree haul. Since they didn't have all the movies up front, you kind of have to hunt for them. And if you ask one of the attendants, yeah, where the new Dollar Tree movies, they usually take you where the old ones are. So you have to kind of just search around the store and just look. It is what it is, so. In this store, a lot of times they put them in the back here and just leave them here, but I don't see them. Yep, Sorry they blow. Dollar Tree movies. About 4 boxes. At this location, they usually, as soon as they get them, they kind of put them on the impulse aisle area. And only reason I know that these are newer ones, I'm seeing the newer titles here. Slider Hostel. New movies, but looks like most of the stuff I've already picked up already or already have from a past pickup. Sliders, yeah, I have that. It's like more of the same, guys. No idea what they have in here. Ah, here they are. Not too many. It's the brown box. The brown boxes, that's usually a bad sign. It's not more this seems from this Dollar Tree haul that the brown boxes are like the older movies, not like in the white boxes. Yeah, I'm just seeing a couple of newer titles. I'm seeing more of the old titles. Off to the next Dollar Tree, see what they have. Oh, I didn't see them anywhere in the store. They didn't have them with the electronics where they normally have them. They see them on the end caps. Up. And yes, this is what I love seeing. Urgent boxes. I'm the first. I get to go through all these before anyone else and take what I want. I love this. Now I was just at this store either 1 or 2 days ago. Didn't have anything, so we'll take another look and see what they have. Hit the usual spots. Here, some boxes over here, at least no movie boxes. Get down electronics aisle, if they have them boxed over there. And there's nothing in the electronics aisle. Look in the back, sometimes they stack them in the back. Nothing over there, nothing over here. In this corner, see if anything's over here. Jackpot. Right now, I'm in West Tampa, and I think I was out here a couple days ago and didn't have anything, but the lady told me that they had a bunch of boxes in the back, and they're gonna put them out either on Thanksgiving Day or on Black Friday. Don't see anything over here. They had like 10 or 12 boxes. That's somewhat of a noticeable display. And here we go. Bingo. This Blu-ray box probably exemplifies 75% of all the Blu-rays that I found in the Tampa area and the surrounding areas. Pretty much what you see here is, maybe the exception of maybe 4 or 5 Blu-rays, is pretty much everything that they had at all the stores. Get a shot at these. Some decent titles if you don't have them. Blood Rain. Never heard that already. Vision in the morning. Wild Horses. War Dogs, excellent movie. Keanu.
God damn, a lot of videos put away. Let's get started. Yes, we are back at the Black Cave, and yes, that number is correct. 131 titles from Dollar Tree. Yeah, as you saw from the videos, kind of had a heyday at some of these places. So without further ado, I'm going to sit back again and grab an extra smoke and drink on this one. I'm going to kick it off with DVDs, and 95% of these are blind buys. So again, I really can't tell you how good or bad most of these are, but from my experiences over the past year with my picks, usually I do a pretty good job as far as buying what I like. So, but we'll start out with Dwayne Boyd, Jael Robertson in 4 minutes. You can't put a time limit on love. I'm assuming this is a romantic comedy, and this is an E1 E1 distributor. In this pick, there's a lot of E1, a lot of Shout, and considerable amount of Warner Brothers in this Dollar Tree batch. So you have this. Haven't seen this one, the E1 Urban Catalog. Mike Epps, Ricky Smiley, yeah, Dice Clay. In the back here. Interesting. Okay, 4 minutes. Next we have a horror from the director of Saw 2, 3, and 4, Abator. I'm not sure what that means, Abator. Hold on, let me look that up. Hold on. I'm back. And Abator is a slaughterhouse or a butcher house. So that was your lesson. That's the word for today, boys and girls. Abator, a butcher house or slaughterhouse. I'm assuming most of this takes place in some kind of butcher house or slaughterhouse, or there's going to be some butchering or slaughtering in this movie from the directors or from the director of Saw. I'm sure there's going to be some butchering in this. Abator. Next, it looks like a low-budget sci-fi, Alienate. And by the way, that last one was a Momentum release. A lot of Momentum. I thought Momentum is like a subsidiary of someone else. But Momentum on that last one. This one had Alienate, gripping sci-fi. This is a Gravitas Ventures, which is Amazon Prime has a lot of those movies on their selections. Some of them good, some of them not so good. Alienate. Next we have Katie Holmes, Luke Wilson, Stefania LaVie Owen. I wonder if that's any, I don't know. I think it's someone else. Those are the two I really recognize, Luke Wilson and Katie Holmes. All We Need, based on the critically acclaimed novel by Amy Weatherwax. So it's more or less from my wife. I think this is kind of some suspense thriller. I don't know. I might actually watch it myself. Who knows? All We Had. Next, we have another sci-fi, Andron, another Momentum release. Looking here, I like Baldwin. Okay, since his name is at the end, I'm sure he probably only has like a really small part. Danny Glover's in here too. Interesting. Never heard of this. Andron. Another Momentum release. Next we have another sci-fi, At First Sight. We called, they answered, she's the proof. Another Gravitas Ventures. I'm a big sci-fi fan. Even if it's low budget, the story's good enough, that's good enough for me, but it has to be a good story if it's going to be a low budget independent. At First Sight. Next we have Bad Kids of Crestview Academy. Like another kind of overprivileged kids ruining someone else's life. Going through Catholic school most of my life, I'm somewhat familiar with that. Not that I was one of the bad kids, or not that they ruined my life, but kind of see the attitude of those type of kids. Not to overgeneralize. Bad Kids of Crestview Academy. Next we have a Shout Factory. Not familiar with these two actors. Mark Chow, Huang Bo, Black and White, The Dawn of the Assault. And nice little slip cover. It's a Shout Factory release. And it's like an Asian, I don't know if it's martial arts or just Asian action. Very nice back cover art. Disc. Black and White, The Dawn of Assault. This looks like a suspense thriller, maybe action, but has some familiar names in there. Wyclef Jean. And his first name, I always thought his name was Wyclef. His first name is not Wyclef, it's something weird. Ninson or something weird like that. Look it up. Kim Basinger, Mickey Rourke, Vivica Fox, and not familiar with the other names. So nice embossed engraving on the slipcover. This is an E1 release. There's Vivica, Mickey Rourke with that weird face. Since he had that face where his weird face. And if you know anything about Mickey Rourke, he used to be a boxer. He was an actor, though, if anyone go to boxing, and he messed his face up boxing, had plastic surgery, and he never looked the same after that. But Black November. Bloodlands. And you might recognize her if you watch Walking Dead. She plays, I don't know her name on The Walking Dead, but she's really kind of a tall, statuette, kind of Amazon-looking chick. The Bloodlands, a fast-paced and suspenseful. This is a magnet release. There we go. Bloodlands. The magnet usually has some pretty solid releases, so. Boundaries. Christopher Lloyd, you might know Christopher Lloyd from Taxi, better known from as Doc on the Back to the Future trilogy with God, I'm having a brain fart today. Michael J. Fox, excuse me. Christopher Lloyd, Vera Farmiga. I really started liking her when I started watching Bates Hotel. Very different look, nice actress. Christopher Plummer. Those are the only people I really recognize. Boundaries. It's a Sony release. Christopher Plummer as a pot dealer must, plus adorable dogs equal a pretty fun road movie. So interesting. Boundaries. Sony, a lot of Sony discs are just like regular clear discs. Next we have Breaking at the Edge. Psychotic. I recognize Annie McDowell and don't recognize the other names. The difference between reality and insanity is a razor's edge, and sometimes that shit is true. This is a VVS film release, 2094. Not really familiar with that. This is like a suspense drama, suspense thriller, possibly. Breaking at the Edge. Next we have Cass and Dylan. We have Richard Dreyfuss, and not familiar with Tatiana Maslany. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce her name. I'm assuming this is some kind of a comedy. I do like Dreyfuss. It's an E1 release. A nice artwork. E1 does have some nice artwork on their disc. Cash and Dylan. Next, we have 8 hours to sell 300 cars. Cars, dogs. Better buckle up. What's the name of this? Cards, Dogs, Live the American Scheme. This is a Viva release. And only person I know him is him. I can't think of his name. That's what I'm looking at. What's this guy's name? George Lopez. Okay. Yeah, you know George Lopez because they bit off the Kings of Comedy by having the Latin Kings of Comedy, which I never saw. I don't know if that was funny or not though, but Cards, Dogs, Live the American Scheme. Got this for the family and for the cats. One of my cats actually likes watching TV, you know. One movie in particular caught her eye. I'll explain that later. The Canine Conspiracy, The Cat Connection, A Natural History of Pets We Love, BBC. It kind of looks like Cher a little bit. The Canine Conspiracy, The Cat Connection. I think I saw this either streaming or on Prime or something. Not a bad movie if it's what I think it is. Ryan Philippe, Catch Hell. Action suspense thriller. E1, again, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is the movie. Yeah. Not rated. Interesting. Catch Hell. E1 release. Again, decent movie. Catch this if you find it at the Dollar Tree. Pick it up. Collider. Change the past or be history. I'm assuming this is back in time machine type movie. The E1 release. Not familiar with any of this. Justin Lewis? Nope, not familiar with any of the stars. Collider. Next you have Old Boy from Saw. Captivating story of good versus evil. Life Giver, Life Taker. Crow. And I'm sure this is not to be mistaken with the late Brandon Lee's Crow. I'm sure there's something completely different. Nice slip cover though. And this is a Phase 4. I believe that's the Phase 4 logo, I believe. If not, leave a comment and correct me if that's not Phase 4. The Phase 4 logo right there. And next we have a zombie flick, a bold reimagining of George Romero's classic Day of the Dead, Bloodline. This is a VBS Films release. That's Lionsgate. Day of the Dead. Next we have a documentary, I believe, Detropia. And the main reason why I got this is from the director who did Jesus Camp. Great documentary about this camp for kids, I think, for the 5 to 12, and teach them to be like preachers and stuff. Some real twisted shit, in my opinion, though. It's very odd stuff. So that's what attracted me to this movie. You know, it's something about Detroit, and I'm from the Midwest, from Michigan, though, so that caught my eye also. Detropia. This is a Magnolia release. Nope, I'm sorry. This is Docra Films. I'm sorry, it's not Magnolia. Docra Films. Never heard of them. Detropia. Next we have Devils in the Dark. I know they try to make it like Donnie Darko a little bit though. This is a Momentum release. Assuming it's some kind of suspense thriller. Devil in the Dark. Next we have Devil's Gate. And I know him from the X-Men and from another show I can't really think of right now. It's an IFC Midnight release. A Scream release. The fun comes in the details of the film's storytelling and set seeding doubt in every shadow and glee in every shocking development. Interesting. Checking this out. And Scream and Shout, they have a nice back cover art. Nice artwork on the disc. Devil's Gate. Next we have Devoured Tormenti, Evil Lies Within, a twisting and terrifying nightmare. And this is Sony Pictures. Interesting. Yep, Sony. Like I mentioned before, Sony, and they're just a regular disc. Devoured. I'm pretty sure I have a bootleg of the Dinosaur Project. Kind of a, I think it's Asylum possibly, so Vivo release. This is a Asylum picture possibly. It's Asylum-like, I'll put it that way. It's kind of low budget knockoff on Jurassic Park, the Dinosaur Project. Next we have Snoop, E40 the rapper, Mike Epps, I don't see his picture on here, but that's Brian Hooks, Lunel, Don't Get Caught, their green is about to go up in smoke, and if it's Snoop, the way you see right here, it's about weed of course, so. It's an E1 release. I do find Snoop entertaining. That's Lunel, Mike Epps, E40, I don't know who that dude is. Don't Get Caught. And if you're familiar with Train Spotting, it almost looks like the same cover, except it's ecstasy from the writer of Train Spotting. And Train Spotting was about heroin, so I'm assuming this is about ecstasy. So Tribeca film release. If it's anything like Train Spotting, it should be on point. That is a crazy movie. If you ever get the opportunity to see Train Spotting, I highly recommend it. There's a toilet scene in there that's just trippy as fuck. Ecstasy. Next we have The Evangelist, Your Sins Are Not Forgiven. It's an E1 release. This is a horror picture. Religious horror. Possibly exorcism or stuff like that. Who knows? The Evangelist. Executor. From the director of Friday the 13th, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and from the producers of Paranormal Activity and Insidious. Another exorcism picture. And this is a Vivo release. Executor. IFC Midnight release. Feral. This is another Scream release. Again, a lot of Scream releases on this. Scream Shout releases in this Dollar Tree batch. Feral. Next we have Finding Bliss. And the only person I recognize is Jamie Kennedy as far as the names go. comedy. I'm just doing romantic comedy. This is phase 4. That's phase 4. So the other one was not phase 4. Or was it? I'm not sure. Finding Bliss. Next we have a black romantic comedy with Mike Tyson's ex-wife. And that's the only person I recognize. Christopher Nolan's. I'm sure that's Christopher Nolan who did Batman. Four Seasons. Looks like one of those player type movies, I'm assuming. Have the Scream release. Clint Howard, Ron Howard's big brother, I believe. Robert Englund from the Nightmare on Elm Street series. The Funhouse Massacre. Scream release. England. Recognize him. I see a picture of Clint Howard. The Funhouse Massacre. Wait a minute, is that Clint? No, that's Robert Englund. Nice cover artwork on the disc. Next we have a BBC release, Ghost Hunter. I'm not sure if this is a television show or a movie. Nope, it's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie. Ghost Hunter, BBC. Next we have another Scream release, Ghost Stories. Don't recognize any of the stars. Nice artwork, I like that. Ghost Stories, IFC Midnight. Scream release. And the artwork on the back. Ghost Stories. And that was Ghost Stories. This is Ghost Story. Turn of the Screw. It's like one of those period pieces like the Ghost Hunter. Those period ghost stories. Not sure what time frame this is. Ghost Story. Next we have The Girl in the Crawl Space. Some memories are inescapable. ITN release. ITN. Low budget. Girl in the Crawl Space. Another Magnolia release. Great World of Sound. This is interesting. It looks familiar. Like the guy from Police Academy. I know it can't be him though. I don't know the guy's still alive or not from Police Academy. Great World of Sound. Nice, I like that. We have Hacker, inspired by true events. The Sony release. I'm sure it has the regular playing disc. Yes, Hacker. Brendan Fraser and Hairbrained. This This must be the French release or the Canadian release. Never heard of this before. VVS Films. Quite a few in this Dollar Tree batch. This is a comedy, I'm assuming. Hairbrained. This is interesting. It's the Harry Potter interactive DVD game. Another old DVD where you kind of like select different scenarios and get different outcomes. So I'm assuming it's that kind of interactive game. I'm looking forward to playing this with the family. Harry Potter interactive DVD game. Hogwarts Challenge. Then we have the hazeqjonez. Death is in their business. And not sure who released this. SP possibly. The hazeqjonez. Next we have Michael Bean, William Forsythe, Hidden in the Woods. E1 release. This is some kind of suspense thriller. Hidden in the Woods. We have a 1995 throwback, a Jodie Foster film, Home for the Holidays. You have a young Robert Downey Jr. pre-Iron Man. You have a young Holly Hunter holiday movie, the MGM release. Home for the Holidays. Next we have Hunted. I've seen her before. I'm just not Zoe Bell. That's where I've seen it before. Okay, Hunted. And this is a VVS Films release. And looks like it, just like the title, Hunted. Somebody's being hunted. I'm assuming it's Zoe Bell. And the matching artwork on the disc. Hunted. Hush Money. Looks like a suspense thriller. The fear of losing everything has its consequences. Yeah, losing everything. Get this out here. Nice slip cover. And don't recognize any of the actors or actresses. It looks like a suspense thriller. Hush Money. And this is an ITN E1 release. Next we have Invisible Sue. She's the toughest girl you will never see. And this is a Viva release. And I'm assuming this has something to do with invisibility, possibly. I'm not sure. Yep. Invisibility. Invisible Sue. Viva release. Iron Wolf. This looks like a Nazi werewolf. I don't know why zombies and Nazis and werewolves is a thing, but it is. This is an ITN. It's like an ITN without the E1 release. Iron Wolf. Next we have Jack Goes Home, and don't recognize any of the stars. Rory Culkin, maybe. This is a Momentum release. I'm assuming that's Macaulay's little brother. Jack Goes Home. Next we have the unique green disc, The Jungle, from the director of The Reef and Blackwater. The new predator is on the hunt. It's an E1 release. It's a monster flick. I like my monster flicks, even the low budget ones. They're always fun to watch. The Jungle. Elvira. Don't have any Elvira movies. I've heard of One of the Dead. I've heard of Iron Sky. I don't have any of these though. The Jungle. Next we have, I like Wood Harris. I basically got this for Wood Harris. Just Another Day. And it seems like I've seen or heard of this like on Amazon Prime or something. Like a hip-hop drama flick, some type of hip-hop suspense thriller. An Image release. Just Another Day. I think this is my third Krampus movie, and I have Krampus and another Krampus, like Krampus' wife or something like that, I don't know. But Krampus, the Christmas Devil. Maybe my son and I watched a couple of these for the Christmas season. And get around watching Christmas movies. Matter of fact, he's still in the tent right now. Krampus. Viva release. And one of my favorite comedians, along with Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Cat Williams, Priceless Afterlife, HBO special. I vaguely remember this. It's not as good as earlier stuff though, but it's still good. It's Cat Williams though, so it's an E1 release. Cat Williams, Priceless Afterlife. Next we have Lake Fear. Getting this, I have finished the trilogy, and I got the other two Lake Fears in the last few Dollar Trees movie drops. So this completes the trilogy, unless there's more that I don't know about. Lake Fear. And this is a New Horizons release. I'm not familiar with them. And I'm assuming it's like an import, because that's like the import rating system. 15. Lake Fear. Next we go to Scream IFC Midnight release, The Midnight Man, with Robert Englund from Nightmare on Elm Street. Lynn Shay, that name sounds familiar. And as usual, the nice artwork on the disc and the back artwork. The Midnight Man. IFC Midnight Scream release. Next up, my wife might like this, The Miseducation of Cameron Post. I like Chloe Moretz. I've liked her since Kick-Ass. And I believe she was in Let the Right One In, the vampire movie, or at least a remake of that. I'm not familiar with any of the other people. This is an MVD visual release. The Miseducation of Cameron Post, Special Edition. Next we have another black romantic comedy, and I recognize Flex. I think that's Essence Atkins, I believe. I believe that's her. She looks familiar. E1 release. My Sister's Wedding. It's my urban catalog. Let's have more. I bet you saw that on I think Netflix. Very funny. Cat Williams, Bill Bellamy, Ricky Smiley. think I might have this one right there. It's on the back here. Yeah, I don't think I have any of these. My sister's wedding. Next I got this. My wife is an excellent baker, excellent cook. So she can actually do stuff like this. Martha's Homemade Holidays. Thought this might be interesting. Since again, we'll probably be possibly on lockdown, just some creative stuff to do for the family. And this is your Warner Brothers snap case. One of the most gangster chicks in TV, Martha Stewart. And I love this picture on the internet with Martha Stewart and Snoop. And the caption says, "Only one of these is a felon." Hint, it's not Snoop. Next we have my favorite 5. I recognize him. I know D. Davis. And that's it. She looks familiar. My favorite 5. E1 release. I believe it's like a romantic comedy. Yes, D-Ray. My favorite 5. E1 release. Next we have an HBO release, My Flesh and Blood, Who Said You Can't Choose Your Family. And this is kind of like a documentary, dealing with family. This nice little booklet here. Just from the various HBO docuramas. And this is HBO, but it's a docurama release. I think this is the second docurama that I have in this batch. My Flesh and My Blood. Next we have The Night Crew. I love Danny Trejo, Bokeem Woodbine, Luke Goss is in. I take or give Luke Goss. I don't know who she is. It looks like a low budget action film. Momentum release. Interesting. Momentum. Next, and I think I might have all the Ouija movies that are out there, unless there's some more movies. This is Ouija Resurrection, Ouija Experiment 2, and I think I got a couple Ouija movies in the last pickup, the last few pickups. This is a Viva release. How do you get these brothers hooked up with this stuff, boy? I'm caught up. Ouija 2. I think this is Ouija 3. The Charlie Challenge. Well, I guess that's like Bloody Mary, that kind of thing, I guess. The Charlie Can You Play? Ouija 3. They got clowns in this one. You got clowns on the Ouija board. They're really tripping now. Alright, Ouija 3. And just when you thought it was safe, Ouija Summoning is just not a game. Another Viva release. Ouija Summoning. And I think I actually have bootlegs of all these, because I believe back in the day all these movies came out at Redbox. Ouija Summoning. And one more Ouija movie, the Ouija Experiment. You thought it was just a game. Viva release, not a game. Again, they have the token brother in this every time. Almost every time. Ouija Experiment. Then you have Poltergeist Activity, based on a true story. And this is I thought this was phase 4. I think it's Digital 4. Digital 4 Media. Something like that. My contacts in, so I can't see things close up on my contacts in. Poltergeist Activity. I think it's Digital 4 Digital Media release. Next we have The Program. I believe this is about Lance Armstrong and his cheating ass. Nice slipcover. Studio Canal Momentum release. Directors of The Queen and The Philomena. The Program. Next we have Pyewacket. And I've seen this before. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen either the trailer or this cover before from the producers of Witch. It's an IFC Midnight. Another Scream release. A lot of Scream releases in this pickup. Pyewacket. Laurie Holden and Nicole Munoz. Nice artwork on the back. Pyewacket. We have Antonio Banderas, Ben Kingsley, and Security. That looks like an action thriller. Never heard of it before. BBS Films release. Security. Next you have Adrian Brody and the lovely Salma Hayek Panal, I guess that's how you pronounce her new last name. Septembers of Shiraz. It looks like based on true events. Looks like a hostage type situation. It's a Momentum release. Next we have a BBC Save Our Skins. And looks like an apocalyptic type film. 86 minutes, BBC. Very short, 86 minutes. Yeah, short, 86. Save Our Skins. Next we have Stalled. Kind of looks like Shaun of the Dead, the cover. Looks like a zombie horror comedy flick. It's another Viva release. Viva release Uncorked. Stalled. Straight Outta Compton 2. Straight Outta Oakland 2. I don't have Straight Outta Oakland 1. Looks like your low budget gangster movie. I-10 E1 release. Don't know any of the stars in here. Straight Outta Oakland 2. Maybe I'll find Straight Outta Oakland 1 at the next Dollar Tree drop. Another, Mimi Rogers, Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, and Goonies. The Surface. Looks like a rescue type movie. E1 release. He looks thin in this movie. When was this out? 2014, that's why it looks thin. Last time I saw him, Stranger Things, he was kind of chunky. The Surface. Next we have Steven Tyler, On a Limb. Was not a Steven Tyler fan until he came out with Run DMC, Walk This Way, and I kind of became a Steven Tyler fan. I'm assuming it's kind of a biography of his life somewhat. Some Momentum release. The man, the music, the legend, reinvented. I'm sure he probably talks about his bout with drugs, and probably his children, his 2 daughters. Momentum release, Steven Tyler. Sweet Virginia, one of the best thrillers of the year. Don't recognize any of these people. Another Shout release. Again, a lot of Shout screen releases, Sweet Virginia. And beautiful back artwork. And artwork on the disc, Sweet Virginia. Another horror film, Toolbox 2 Murders. Hopefully I can find Toolbox 1 Murders. Don't recognize any of the stars. Oh, Bruce Dern. I don't recognize Bruce Dern. Another Scream release. Nice artwork on the disc. There's Bruce Dern. That looks pretty decent. I have to find Toolbox Murders 1. We have The Trip with Steve Coogan. I'm not that familiar with Rob Brydon. IFC release. Comedy. The Trip. We have The Unbidden. The Past Never Dies. Another Viva release. Not familiar with. Only have one picture. I'm not familiar with her. Unbidden. Another BBC release. Venom. Just a documentary about venomous snakes. Some stuff like this about animals, so you might watch this one day. Killer bees, deadly scorpions, and venomous snakes. Venom. Next we have Voice from the Stone. It's like a horror picture. Very nice slip cover. Momentum release. 1950s, like a period piece horror, possibly. Voices from the Stone. Then we have Walking on Sunshine, featuring the greatest hits of the 80s. That's pretty much what got me in kind of an 80s child, so like a teenager in that era. Teenager? Yeah, more or less, I guess. Featuring the greatest hits from the 80s. Walking on Sunshine, E1 release. And to run off all the DVDs, Wolf Cop. And this looks really corny though, but it looks interesting and intriguing. So it's an Image RLJ release. Wolf Cop. Now let me get some of the TV season series. I got those, so hold on. Next we have our multi-movie sets. We have the action triple feature, James E. Boy with Ving Rhames, James Wood, Teresa Farmiga, Mary Louise Parker. I've heard her in a while. Baytown Outlaws. I actually got that on Blu-ray, and Rampage. I basically got it for Rampage. This is a Phase 4 Film Media release. I got this all on one disc. Next we have the post-apocalyptic triple feature, End of the World. It's an E1 release. Actually saw Goodbye World. Not a bad flick. It was more drama than sci-fi that I like, but still a decent flick. I have actually had this on Blu-ray 3D, and After the Dark. Interesting movie. All this is on one disc also. This is an E1 release. Next, we have All About the Benjamins and Money Talks. I basically got this as a backup. I actually have these, but I have them on the, I believe those dual side discs that scratch real easily. So this is all on one disc, All About the Benjamins and Money Talks. Hopefully they'll come out with this eventually on Blu-ray. This is a Warner Brother release. Yeah, very funny film. Chris Tucker, Charlie Sheen, Ice Cube, and Mike Epps. All About the Benjamins, Money Talks. Next we have an 8-film horror film release. This is another Phase 4 film. And I don't believe I have any of these. I think I have Absentia, but I don't have Dark Room Crave. I have Dark Tourist on 3D. I believe. Maybe something else. No, I'm not sure. But the rest of these I don't have. And they have this on 2 discs. Eight horror films. Next we have the 4 horror films, Don't Go Into the House Alone. And I have the beta, I have Intruders and Jack Goes Home, but I don't have Institute. So basically I got it for Institute. It's another Momentum release. And this is also on 2 discs. I showed you a beta earlier. I think I showed you Jack Goes Home. Intruders I got, I think, on another multi-disc. So the Institute. Now these are actually whole seasons here. Never really heard of this Bitten, complete 2nd season. I don't know how many seasons actually had. Hopefully I can come across the 1st season and their next show. It's an E1 release. And it says 3 discs. Just the episode breakdown. I don't recognize, she looks familiar. Bitten. The next one I never heard of, Welcome to Sweden, the complete 1st season, from the executive producer of Amy Poehler and creator of Greg Poehler. Never seen those. Nice little slipcover. Another E1 release. This has just 1. She looks familiar. And just 2 discs. Welcome to Sweden. Next, I think I heard about this vaguely. I don't know if it was on NBC. I think I heard about it, and it went away. The Lucky Man, Stan Lee's The Lucky Man, season 1. So I'm not sure if this went past season 1 or not. But for $1, hey, it's worth a look. And 3 discs. And this I actually did see on television. It was actually a pretty decent show. I think this guy has some kind of issues, and I don't give me spoilers though, but I think he might have been the reason why this didn't go past the 3rd season. Lethal Weapon with Damon Wayans. It was a very entertaining show. Warner Brother release. Characters. She was sexy. Jordan Brewster from Fast and Furious. She looked really skinny in this show. She almost looked anorexic. And Clayton Crawford, I think he has some issues, I believe. Lethal Weapon season 1. And that does it for the television series. Let's get into the Blu-ray and get you guys on your way. Hold on. We'll kick off the Blu-rays with Danny Trejo at 513 Degrees and Allies, United We Stand. And this is an E1 Blu-ray release. And I'm pretty sure, because I went through a lot of boxes, I pretty much got all the Blu-rays available in my area, because all the boxes pretty much have the same Blu-rays, except for like in each store you might have one or two different Blu-rays. It is different how they had it this time. 513 Degrees and Allies United We Stand. Next, Blake Lively, All I See Is You. Interesting. It's about a young lady who's blind, who regains her sight, and all of a sudden her relationship isn't what she thought it was. From the director of World War Z. So it looked like an interesting premise. This is a VVS Films release. Nice little slipcover. It looks like the inside artwork is the same as the artwork, but outside artwork. Except all this, except the French is just on top in this one. That's all. All I See Is You. Next we have Aftershock from the creator of Hostel and Cabin Fever, Eli Roth. The only thing more terrifying than Mother Nature is human nature. Yeah, I'll say that's possibly true. This is a VVE release, VVS. Not really familiar with that. Selena Gomez. And this has the Blu-ray and the DVD. And it looks like the inside artwork is the same as the outside artwork. Aftershock. Next we have Sean Ben and Danny Dyer and Age of Heroes. Thrust into action, destined for greatness. So it looks like action, possibly military type film. This is an E1 release. Nice artwork on the Blu-ray, as well as the inside cover artwork. Age of Heroes. Next we have Sharon Stone and Billy Zane. Haven't heard those names in a while. Border Run. I'm assuming this is a thriller, suspense type. I think it's the same artwork. Yeah. Frontier Border Run. Excuse me. Next, I have seen this before. I don't know anything about it though. It's like a kind of a mobster film. Antonio Banderas, Bullethead. The law is now the least of your worries. Yeah, it sounds like a mob type film. So VVS Films. Oh, John Malkovich, Adrian Brody, Antonio Banderas, a hitman film. Bullethead. I think I saw this streaming, relatively funny, like Michael Pena, Chips, kind of a takeoff of the old television show with Eric Estrada. It's a Warner Brother release. And you got the code, as well as the Blu-ray and the DVD. A lot of big names, never heard of this. Tommy Lee Jones, Ben Affleck, Kevin Costner, The Company Men, one of the year's best films. Never heard of it. And this is a VVS film. I'm assuming it's kind of a suspense drama, possibly. The Company Men. I actually had this on my Hamilton bookstore list. I think they went like $5 for it, so I kind of held out to the Dollar Tree so it was over with and picked up $1, so it saved me $4. Scott Eastwood, Walton Goggins, and Diablo. So Orion Momentum release. He looks just like his father. Looks just like Clint Eastwood. Diablo. The Devil. Here, Nicolas Cage. I'm pretty sure I had like a bootleg copy of this, so glad to upgrade to the DVD and Blu-ray. Dying of the Light. Basically like a suspense drama. Same artwork. Say VVS film, like slipcover. Dying of the Light. Next we have Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, and Alan Arkin, Three Legends. Going in Style. Looks like a bank heist movie. Never seen this. Another Warner Brothers release. And comes with the Blu-ray and the DVD and the code. See if the code still works. Next, I got this on DVD, but I have it on Blu-ray. Jamesy Boy. I think my wife actually saw this. And this is a Phase 4 Films. Jamesy Boy. Next, love this film. I thought it was going to be extra silly, which it was, but it was silly in a good way. Keanu Reeves, Key and Peele, even the cats like this. The cats sat with us and watched this movie. Keanu. There's a scene in here with Key. I just say Key and George Michael. I don't like to give spoilers, but I haven't seen a black man that stiff since Alfonso Ribeiro doing the Carlton dance. So get a chance, pick this up at Dollar Tree. Very funny. Keanu, Warner Brothers release. Got Method Man in there. The Blu-ray, and see if the code works. Keanu. Also have some other guest appearances in there. I won't spoil that for you because I didn't expect to see these people in that Keanu movie. I actually got this on DVD, I think last month or a couple months ago. Upgrading to Blu-ray. Viola Davis, Jennifer Lopez, and Lila and Eve. It's E1 release. And just a Blu-ray, and I'll add that to the DVD I already have. Next we have Live by Night from the directors of Argo and The Town, which is Ben Affleck. I'm assuming this is some kind of gangster film. Some Warner Brothers release. Live by Night. Let's see if the code still works. Actually was looking to upgrade my DVD to the Blu-ray for $1. Can't be happier about that. Can't be more happy about that. Loving Basketball with Omar Epps and Sanaa Lathan. Great romantic film, romantic sport film. Loving Basketball. Next I have Made in Dagenham. I don't know where the hell that is. Don't know any of the Bob Hoskins sounds familiar, but this sounds like an interesting premise. Some Maple films, really Maple pictures. Maybe it's out of Canada. Funny, touching, vital salute to women. And just have the Blu-ray. I have a bootleg copy of this. I've never seen this before. Magic Mike with Channing Tatum, and Matthew McConaughey. So Warner Brothers release. And you have the Blu-ray and the DVD. Magic Mike. See if the code works. Then we have March of the Penguins, as told by Morgan Freeman. Haven't seen this. If I have, it's been so long I don't remember. Looking forward to adding this to the collection. March of the Penguins. That's another Warner Brother release. We have an action comedy with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. I think that's an interesting duo. Warner Brother release. I've seen trailers from this, so it looks interesting. We have the Blu-ray and the DVD. The Nice Guy. Next, I don't have a bootleg copy of this. Haven't seen this. John Goodman, Jason Momoa, Aquaman, and Bruce Willis, and Once Upon a Time in Venice. Never Mess with a Man's Dog. And I think it has to do with a guy getting his stolen dog back, though. So, looks interesting. Bruce Willis is known for doing action comedy, but he's also known for showing up in movies for like 5 seconds. So, since he has top billing, I'm assuming he's going to be in this movie more than 5 seconds. Once Upon a Time in Venice. What's up? Arnett, LA. Okay, maybe that's the translation. I don't know. And if you hear my wife in the background, she's working, and she works on Saturdays. Next we have, I believe it's a romantic comedy, Simon Helberg, Melanie Linsky, and Zachary Quinto. I know Zachary Quinto from Heroes and from Star Trek. We'll Never Have Paris. And this is an Orion film. Next, I was actually had this on my eBay list. I think it was like $5 or $6, $1. And this is the only Paddington 2 I saw in all of the Dollar Trees I went to. So very happy to pick this one up. That's a nice slip cover. If I can figure out what's on the bottom. Oh, very nice. Ah, very cool. Got a little activity kit. What is this? Oh, very cool. It's like a magnet puzzle. Like stickers. Yeah. And let me open this up. Hold on. You have the code, the Blu-ray, and the DVD. So nice little package. Nice little, I like little nerdy crap like this. So Paddington 2. Never heard of this before. Michelle Monaghan and Chris Evans, Captain America. He looks familiar. I can't think of their name though. I believe this is kind of a romantic comedy, I believe. Possibly. Yes. And this is a VBS film release. And you just have the Blu-ray. Playing it cool. Next we have, I believe it's a horror film. Only people I recognize, Ron Perlman and Giancarlo Esposito. We don't recognize these names. Poker Night. This is a Accelerator release, I believe. And you just have the Blu-ray. Poker Night. Next, I've heard of this. I've never seen this. Meg Ryan, Timothy Hutton, Kristen Bell, Justin Long, Serious Moonlight, romantic comedy, Magnolia release. Just have the Blu-ray. And I just picked up the DVD, I think either the last haul, the one before that for Dollar Tree. wanted to watch this, but really have to watch it on Blu-ray. Bill Pullman is the only person I really recognize for Valence. And it seems one of those kind of twisted suspense thrillers, possibly. It's a magnet release. Have Tammy. Actually, I've seen this before, never seen the extended cut. Not a bad. It's this comedy drama type film. So, and it's before Melissa lost all that weight. So you have the DVD and the Blu-ray, and we'll see if the code works. Oops. Tammy, Melissa McCarthy. The extended cut. To err is human, and I believe this deals with healthcare system. And this is Gravitas Ventures, which I believe again is a Amazon Prime. They have a lot of those movies on Amazon Prime. To err is human. Rosario Dawson and Katherine Heigl and Unforgettable. And this is like a drama thriller. I like Rosario Dawson. We have the Blu-ray and the DVD, and we'll see if the code works. Unforgettable. Warner Brothers. Unlocked. Orlando Bloom, Michael Douglas, John Malkovich. Never heard this, but I do like those actors. This is a VVS film release. Nice little slip cover. And you have the DVD and the Blu-ray. Unlocked. I believe I have this on a multi-disc Blu-ray. Just want to get this single, Venom. I believe it deals with voodoo. A lot of times when you get those multi-discs, you don't get the special features, so get the special features on this. Venom. And this is an Alliance release, Miramax. We have Visions. I believe this is a horror picture from the producers of Insidious and Sinister. And I wonder if she's related to Carrie Fisher by chance. Visions. And you have the Blu-ray and the DVD. Nice artwork on the disc. I actually had this before, but my copy, the Blu-ray is fine, but the actual artwork was all screwed up. Great picture, Jonah Hill, Miles Teller, War Dogs, based on a true story. Another Warner Brothers release. See if this works. I think I already have that, possibly. War Dogs. I like the Johnny Depp movie. I can't remember that name with Whitey also. But this, I guess, is a documentary on Whitey Bulger, the gangster. It's a Magnolia release. If you remember that Johnny Depp movie, if it was Whitey, leave it in the comment section. I can't remember offhand. Whitey, Magnolia release. And the last one, we have James Franco, Robert Duvall, Josh Hartnett, Wild Horses. I'm assuming this is kind of a drama. Drama suspense, possibly. Wild Horses. All right, give me a second. Let me get these movies out their cases and I'll get you guys on your way. Hold on. Yes, we're at that part of the video again. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper places, the discs back in the folders, and the artwork back in their plastic sleeves. As usual, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. Almost halfway there. Just give me a little more help. So again, if anyone likes videos, share this. If nothing else, give me the big thumbs up. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Peace, guys. It is about 12:26 right now, so I've been at this for a few hours.